President Ms. Anno Vivilainen, Jack Short, Lord Mayor, dear colleagues, ministers from the most different countries, dear representatives of associations, ladies and gentlemen representing industry and the academic world, journalists and representatives of political bodies, members of parliament, ladies and gentlemen of the diplomatic corps, dear friends, a very warm welcome and good morning to all of you here in Leipzig. I'm very pleased that you are here, and I'm delighted that, dear Lord Mayor, we are here in Leipzig, a city with a very ancient tradition as a city for trade fairs. Leipzig has, for millenniums, had the reputation of being a marketplace. Already at the time when the Via Regi and the Via Imperii crossed in Leipzig, at that time, horse-drawn carts were the transport medium used. Then, about 500 years ago, there was the Reich fair privilege for Leipzig, and still Leipzig is a city where traffic roads cross, where there's culture and science. I hope you have had a pleasant journey to this place and you feel good here. And at this point, let me at first extend my thanks to all of you, especially to you, dear Jake Short, for this excellent organization here in Leipzig and for a scene which looks excellent. I suspect what we're going to see here is a real putting on stage. We will have an excellent discussion just because we have prepared so well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first International Transport Forum, the first one in a row which will certainly have its successors, always here in Leipzig and managed by different presidents. We have developed Leipzig and the conference into this International Transport Forum because we believe that we need a new type of discussion, a new forum for discussion, and a new way to address the public, not just discuss our problems, but also to prepare them for decision-making. And this is why I would like to also address you, ladies and gentlemen of the media. Please transport everything which has to do with transport, with mobility, because these are matters which do require our attention. But not only this brings us together here in Leipzig. We have decided in favor of selecting Germany as the central place for this organization, and the General Secretariat has chosen a place in the new German states, namely East Germany, here in Leipzig, to show that it is possible to make a departure through mobility and infrastructure. Let's look at the subject that is on the agenda of this International Transport Forum, climate change and energy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 5 minutes past 12. We just can confirm that climate change is a reality, and the IPCC report and the Stern report have all confirmed that we do have to look after these matters. And we transport ministers are said to just be interested in the road carpet, in infrastructure, but this is not true. Our responsibility goes way beyond that. We have to think in global context, and this is why we're discussing this subject today. 650 million cars are set to roll around across the globe. Someone counted them. In 2020, this number is set to double and to treble in 2050. In Europe, we expect 70 million more cars until 2020. 1.5 million lorries will be out on our roads. We can't just leave these developments without control. We have to face up to these issues. In Germany, we asked the population about how they look at mobility and traffic. 93% say it is important that traffic is environmentally compatible. 90%, ladies and gentlemen, say that they are worried that their mobility might not be affordable in the future anymore. The global challenges and the aspirations of the people show that we have to find solutions. Ladies and gentlemen and dear colleagues, we have to discuss the problems in public, but we also have to make it clear that in solving these problems, we often still have different positions. We shouldn't just sweep the problems under the rug, but we should make it clear where the differences are. Ladies and gentlemen, let us use this international transport forum as a platform that is also able to support controversial discussions, so that in ulterior international events we can build on this discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, the key thing is to be more energy efficient, to save energy, to go away from fossil fuels and go towards renewable energies. In one word, the economic growth we need must be decoupled from the growth of traffic, must be decoupled from burdens on the environment and the quality of life of our citizens. Let me pick up on a few points. We have to do something for the CO2 emissions of passenger cars is reduced. Europe is very decided in its path it wants to follow. They're discussing about 120 grams per cubic meter. But this is still controversial in Europe, but we will find a solution. Dear colleagues, why shouldn't we also worldwide define targets, set standards, and also go along a way towards respecting these standards? Internationally, we're discussing the involvement of air transport and sea transport into emission trading. Why, ladies and gentlemen, shouldn't we also discuss these matters here? Also, for these transport modes, we do need a solution. We have to dovetail the transport modes so as to allow them to unfold their effects there where they are most environmentally compatible and most cost-saving. We're discussing new powertrains, new fuels, and my colleague Anu has already addressed it. We should engage in research, joint research into synthetic biofuels, drive electric mobility, reach the breakthrough for fuel cells to be able to decarbonize and go alternative. In addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, we will have to discuss these things with our population, with our citizens. Being thrifty, saving energy, adapting our behavior in environmentally friendly ways, also in choosing our ways of mobility. We have to discuss, Lord Mayor, how we can improve local transport, regional transport, to make it environmentally compatible. You see, ladies and gentlemen, there's a huge range of issues we have to cover, and Leipzig is the right place to discuss this. I would wish to see that we find a good solution in all these matters. We transport politicians, those in the academic circles, in associations, in the business sector, all of those who have responsibility for these worldwide challenges we are facing. It's 12:05, so let us be fast. Let us be quick in finding solutions, and I'm sure that Leipzig will be a milestone on the way to resolving these issues. So another warm welcome to all of you. I invite you to have lively discussions, and I'm delighted to see you as guests here for the first International Transport Forum. And I'm pleased to announce Jake Short as the next speaker.